so dedicated to Kazua. Yeah, Kazua, bro. Anyways, well, further ado, let's do this shit. One thing I wanted to do was to get the Inazuma characters out the way before. What the hell? Oh no, we're good. Like, I want to do Kazua shit, so yeah. Yeah. As if in a blink of an eye. Wait a moment. Careful. Bro, just came down this damn guard, bro. Who all of a sudden wants to attack us? Ain't happy today, my brother. So yeah. Earlier I did Genshin earlier. And honestly, if I'm being honest,
oh, so you don't have a vision after all. You think I'm mistaken for someone else.
bro.
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kaidahara Kazuma? He carries a sword to set you. I've also heard that he possesses an animal vision.
Why you look funny?
That's none of your business. Never mind. You don't look like you know anything anyway. I'm wasting my time.
Alright. Tell me more. Yeah. So that's it. This guy may have touched his neck. This is a lot. Yeah. I can't say a third part. Alright. Alright. Yeah, because he be traveling with Beidou at times, so yeah. Do this shit. Oh, cow.
You're looking for Kazuma too, huh? Maybe you must have done something impressive after all.
Two?
Well, we took a small vessel in Torrio on a routine supply run. This time, He entered the harbor ran into a huge crowd of museums, all of them wanting to know about Kaguya.
Wow. What's that one obsession with Kaguya, bro? Like, what the hell? Is he like famous over there?
Just because of that battle on the Gucci Beach, Captain Bayo had a great run there too, but I don't see her getting this kind of attention.
Yeah, bro. Like, that's crazy how Kazuha gets more attention than Beta do.
Kaguya keeps to himself sometimes.
But Kazuha,
There are times when he doesn't even listen to the captain. He just laughs it off. I've heard this before. Something about him watching the riding children Muto no Hiko Sansa.
what's the... Oh,
Is it
okay.
really as big a deal as everyone's making it out to be?
His character technique Beta used to sex count Hasan.
Really? Wow. You put it like that. In that case, two times smarter than well deserved.
Yeah, but because remember, the Shogun is the person who runs Inazuma, so yeah.
He was called away earlier by some people from the Tenryo community. They said they had something important to discuss with him. I thought they'd come to a lesson first. Turns out they couldn't have been friendly to him. Seems like they really respected that.
Just a little while ago, they started being completely unimaginable.
The Shogunate probably wants to show some goodwill.
Thank you. That's perfectly a visit to the Tenryo Commission.
All right. I'll just stay here and hang on trying to fend off the crowd. All this going on, I sure hope no one tries to sneak onto the ship.
Bro, imagine if people would have snuck up on the ship, and then Beidou comes back and saying, why the hell is there so many people on my ship? Type shit, bro. Yeah, Kazuha should be nearby. Let's see. Yeah, let's see what happens. Oh, there he is. There's someone.
Oh? You see it. Greetings.
Oh,
We
him
were
with
just discussing the
Maji.
revealing of the vision secret. Since you're here, you're very welcome to listen in on the conversation. We invited Mr. Kaidahara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf of the children. Your hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. Also, I've been granted the chance to correct my plan's past mistakes. And for that, I'm deeply grateful. The Almighty Shogun has issued a large array of directive aimed at resolving, or at least easing, the tensions that have built up over the years. The Tri-Commission has made the recommendation to use this opportunity to restore the honor of the Kaidahara name.
Wow. That's so crazy.
Regarding the history of the Kaidahara clan, I trust that you're already somewhat informed?
Please.
In short, there was once a group of select bladesmiths who served the Shogun directly, responsible for upholding and further developing the traditional blade forging art of the Almighty Shogun. The Kaidahara clan belongs to this clan. But there came a time when some of these bladesmiths revolted and led to Snake Nile. Both the Kaidahara and Kamisato clans were held accountable for lax oversight and entered a period of great turmoil. We later learned that the whole misadventure had been secretly orchestrated by the Satsui, attributing all of the blame to the Kamisato and Kaidahara clans, which neither proper nor just.
Oh, wow.
Considering Mr. Kaidahara has once more made an outstanding contribution to the museum, the Almighty Shogun believes he should not only be rewarded for his achievement, but also receive recompense for the excessive punishment borne by his clan and past.
Alright.
In the interest of preventing further harassment of the bladesmith clan by the Fasui, we chose not to publicly release the findings of our investigations into these matters. We trust you can understand why this was necessary. This is a true honor. I am delighted to be in a position to receive the goodwill of the Almighty Shogun and the Shogunate at large.
Alright.
However, would I be correct to assume that this magnanimous gesture does not come without some strings attached? I can assure you that nothing could be further from the truth. We seek only to correct the past impression.
Alright.
With the Kaidahara clan's reputation and occupation restored, the Kaidaharas will be bladesmiths once more, and your wanderings will finally come to an end. You will be able to lead a safe and prosperous life in the Inazuma City, the Almighty Shogun's blessing and full support of the Shogun.
Alright.
I have grown accustomed to life among the elements. I fear I would no longer feel at home behind the tall walls of its stately foes. Yet my ancestors did indeed take great pride in the name of Kaidahara, and the art of blademaking for this experience. Do you have a responsibility to restore their honor? I sense some agitation in your words. Should you accept this offer, I imagine many of the malicious rumors currently circulating through the populace will disappear.
For real.
Malicious rumors? Oh, we learned on the radio so much times that you almost wondered whether there was another Kaidahara podcast, Aaron.
Well, to some, the Musanosita Pasti is something that can never be defeated. They cannot accept the idea that Mr. Kaidahara really carries the Shogun's blessing.
Wow.
Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of Anima. As a result, also that Kaidahara Kazuha was using a delusion began to spread.
Wow.
What? That doesn't make sense. Using a delusion turns you old and pale, and Kazu is still fun.
Yeah.
That is correct. However, to some people, the idea of a single person wielding two elements at once is a more inconceivable mental state. This is just one of many similar rumors. I'm very uncomfortable with being the subject of public discussion, no matter whether it brings suspicion or stardom myself. But perhaps if the Shogunate is willing to publicly support me, this situation will blow over more quickly. This is precisely why I encourage you to give our office some serious thought. Stands to benefit all of us.
Alright.
Please allow me some time to consider. In fact, let us put this discussion on hold for the moment. Well then, your things to do with music.
Wait, we nearly forgot about the most important thing.
You tell us how Chris.
That's a strange individual who's looking for me.
Do you have any siblings?
No. This puzzles me as much as it does you. My fighting forms were taught to me by my family, based on techniques originally developed for blade testing. We undergo rigorous training to standardize every motion the blade is executed, so that these can be fairly assessed for quality. Over time, these techniques came to form something of a Kaidahara sword, focused on blade testing over the full repertoire of combat training.
Wow.
These ones are quite different from the more practical ones typically used by samurai combatants.
Alright.
It's hard to imagine that the similarities between these two coincidental so much.
Well, the more reason to watch the back. It's time for that serious muscle.
unusual. He sounds highly aggressive. Anyone he targets is at risk of serious injury. Oh, worse. In that case, I will send some men out immediately to search for him.
Alright, thank you.
I must say I am now very serious about this matter, and I will also need some time to consider your offer. I will first join the traveler in investigating the one who attacked her, then give you a conclusive answer upon my return.
Alright.
Very well. Please say so. Come on. Let's go and track down the aggressor.
Alright, let's see this shit.
What could possibly distinguish the most about this 2000 points? Let's see what the East has to say.
Let's go. Yeah, let's see what Ryu's got to say. And we just got 4. Okay, I still got 4. Good shit. So yeah, I decided to do the Inazuma characters first before I go back to doing the main story. So yeah. I don't know. Crazy, right? Oh damn, 3 days left. But yeah. There he is.
Well, I'd like to ask you a quick question. Do you know if anyone around here can look this again? It's kind of hard to talk about me.
Ah, so this is the renowned Mr. Kagehara. I've heard a lot about you. It is an honor to finally meet you today.
Wow.
You are too kind. We are currently investigating an assault and would appreciate any help you can offer. Oh? You were targeted in an assault? Let me think. I can't seem to recall anything of immediate interest.
Right.
Kagehara is currently the talk of the town, so there are always a lot of people looking for him. To be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving many inquiries from people wishing to obtain Mr. Kagehara's personal information.
Wow. That's a lot.
Some of them were offering us millions of more to gather the information they want. If these were more legitimate commissions, Sangha would have snapped them up in an instant.
Wow.
Million? More? Oh, keeping up that face. You gotta be so kidding.
Please, accept my thanks for looking after my privacy. Of course. No matter what, we only take on legitimate cases. We don't make our money by revealing details of other people's day-to-day lives just to make a statement. Sorry, I got a little off topic. What I'm really trying to say is that I'm surprised you that a complete stranger is looking for Mr. Kagehara.
Wow.
I didn't know where to begin if you want to connect this with an assault.
Yeah.
Then let's put that connection aside for now. Have there been any other attacks or similar incidents recently that stand out as particularly unusual? The Talia person had very few leads. I thought you might have some information from the sector.
Alright.
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the street. But typically, it's only the most trivial events that manage to escape their attention. If anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault. In which case, the Tenryo Commission would absolutely get involved.
Yeah.
That does make sense.
It does.
Uh-oh. Looks like the trail's already turned cold.
I still find it difficult to believe that whoever attacked you hasn't been causing any trouble elsewhere. You people possess your powers from battle. So unless you were the first person to target you, someone is certainly has been hurt by now.
This is your way of feeling
I
crazy.
am well aware of your problem. There is no need to be humble about me. In fact, I'm quite relieved that you were the one who caused it. It would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured and lose their life because of me. For the poor victim, this would be a completely senseless crime.
Alright.
We'll find him.
Yeah, let's go.
It seems you are every bit as selfish hero than that you ought to be, Mr. Kagehara. Surely this same concern for your fellow man is what drove you to seriously raise your blade against the almighty Shogun.
Yeah.
Flatter me. Is he cold? I don't know quite what came over him in that moment.
Yeah.
You are much too humble. Don't worry, I completely understand your concern. I will try my best to gather whatever leads I can. Oh, actually, there was one strange incident over the last few days. It doesn't involve an attack there.
Alright.
Let me tell you about it, just in case.
Alright.
Sure. During times like this, the more information you have, the better. All right, then. Recently, two people went missing from the city at around the same time. One of them is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Naga. The other, Amanoma Yuya, is a samurai from the Amanoma clan.
Alright. Give me some people.
You're good at the name.
Right. Yuya is the nephew of Amanoma Toga, the owner of Amanoma Smith. Two grown men going missing at the same time. Their faces are likely connected, and I don't know much in the way of detail. I recall this because Amanoma Yuya is also an accomplished martial artist who is skilled with the blade. Perhaps he is the one you are looking for. Understood. Though it seems highly unlikely to me. I neither know this man, nor do I have any idea why he may wish to attack me.
Let's hear this favor for Ryuji.
Thank you for your time. We'll start by making some inquiries at the Amanoma Smithy. Sounds good. All the best with your investigation. I'll get moving shortly myself.
Togo. Information. Get some information, baby.
Ah, it's a different kind of Hawakawa. What brings you here today? Yes, the Kaedahara and Amanoma clans were both members of the Riding Go Company. Historically, there have always been deep links between the two clans.
Wow.
After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Amanoma to pay my respects.
Alright. Wow. Fine. Gokuben?
Let me quickly explain. The Riding Gokuben is the collective term for the 5 most acclaimed bladesmithing arts in Inazuma. The techniques of blademaking were personally bequeathed to the Riding Gokuben by the Almighty Shogun, and over time, further honed and enhanced by the most talented craft.
Alright, cool.
Unfortunately, a series of events led to the gradual decline of many clans in the Blade Griffin Hills. Today, only the Anonoma clan has kept itself alive.
Alright.
It is a great pity indeed. In the old days, we each had our specialty, and just as iron sharpens iron, so too did we learn much from each other.
Alright.
As an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding patience and determination of Watt, as it turns stone to stone. There is nothing mystical to our work. There is only practice, day in and day out, until both body and mind have memorized the craft, turning each motion and every technique into an intrinsic part of the bladesmith's life.
Alright.
As for the art of the Kaida Hara clan, I believe it's called Ikishi art.
Alright.
That's
Oh,
right.
sorry.
Between us strives for
Let's
constant
anyway.
harmony between blade and mind from the moment that force is beginning. For only a blade thus forged can capture and condense its maker's thoughts and feelings, and eventually become an extension of its wielder's will.
Alright.
Indeed. Most samurais use their blades, but an Ishin blade uses its owner.
Alright.
You are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade. It gladdens my heart to see that although the Kaida Hara clan has fallen on hard times, its ideals and virtues are alive and well.
You overestimate. My actions are guided by my own personal sentiments, not by any noble aspirations on behalf of my clan.
Alright.
But let's get back on topic. The purpose of our visit today is to gather some information on your missing nephew.
Alright.
We hope to assist with the investigation. It may turn out that this case is connected to another group of people.
Well, no.
Ah, yes. My nephew. I reported the case to the Tenryou Commission, but I haven't heard anything back so far. He didn't say a word before he left, which is very unlike him. I'm still completely at a loss on what to make of it.
Alright.
But I've done what I can so far. Worrying is futile. All I can do now is wait for the news from the Tenryou Commission.
It looks like the spiritual collector involved in this disappearance too. You know anything about that?
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me a very cryptic look and said that he was going to give me a great gift.
Oh, wow.
I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato after that. The next thing I heard was that a fire had broken out at the warehouse, and neither of them came back.
Wow. Fun.
Strange, isn't it? I wonder what could have caused it. Unfortunately, there was very little evidence left behind, so nobody knows what really happened.
Alright.
you have any thoughts on what news I may have wanted to give you?
Until I start.
If I had to guess, it must have been some kind of rare weapon. Otherwise,
Rare
there would
weapon.
have been no reason for him to get my hopes up. He's never been particularly interested in blade forging, but has always had a fondness for blade testing, and can sense even the most minute differences in blade quality. He is extraordinarily talented in martial arts, particularly when it comes to the art of the sword.
If you could, you have some information that you may find to be objectionable. The person we are looking for, he is perhaps a friend of mine. Based on the evidence we have gathered so far, only Vega seems to match the suspect's profile.
What? No. Absolutely impossible. Hugo is not that kind of person. He is humble and kind. Even his training is done with the goal of calming his mind. He has never gotten into a fight before.
That's fair.
Yes. If there's one thing I can say for certain, it's that Hugo would never draw his blade without a very good reason. But, with that said, it's equally out of character for him to just disappear. It's neither farewell nor fair warning. I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of if coerced or otherwise compelled by circumstances unbeknownst to me.
Oh.
Anyway, should you find him, please let me know as soon as possible.
Alright. We'll let you know.
Don't worry. You have our word.
Alright.
And if there's a book, I might get these things doing now until anyone catches this world.
We still need to get info from the family.
Yeah. It sounds as if something happened when two men met each other. Let's pay a visit to the Navajo household.
Let's go.
Growing up, he had never caused anyone any trouble.
Alright.
What could have happened to him?
Alright, let's do this shit. Let's go to the Nagato household, find out what the hell happened. So yeah, let's do this shit. Do shit. Yeah, I forgot I got a shit ton of quests, bro. Dude, I'm still going to Zua, Kazuha, or whatever. Okay, so here's the order I'm planning on doing it. Kazuha. I'm planning to Kazuha, then Mizuki, then Yalan, then Nico. No, wait, maybe I should say Mizuki for last because of Inazuma shit, because he's a more recent character in the game, so yeah. So, Kazuha, Yalan, Mito, then Yoimiya, then Mizuki, so yeah. That actually gave me an idea for a list video, bro. Yeah. Oh. Sachiko.
I'm
What happened?
sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what we owe right now.
What the hell are you talking about?
My husband has gone missing, and I'm still trying to find him.
No, you misunderstand. We are here to help with the investigation. We'd like to ask you some questions about Mr. Nagato's disappearance, if you may.
Oh, I see. I thought the debt collectors had come to visit again. I'm sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state. What's the means of him? Do you know what he's done?
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment. We're still trying to find out as much as we can to inform us. With this in mind, can we perhaps ask some questions about your family's current situation?
For example, when are you struggling to understand why a collector would be trapped for more?
Well,
That's so long. Ever since I've known him, he's been an avid collector of all sorts of things.
wow.
He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me. I knew nothing about the items myself. Seeing how enthusiastic and excited they made him, I was happy to believe that they would be extremely important to him.
Wow.
Everything was fine when we first got married. Time went by, things changed for the worse.
Uh-oh, what happened?
He lost his sense of restraint. He started buying more and more things, and even resorted to borrowing money just so he could pay for them.
Wow. Lost all sense of thing. So basically you start buying more shit, bro. So, yeah. That's fucked up, bro. That thinking more about spending, bro.
Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. There were days when he'd spend hours in the warehouse, admiring his weapons, even as debt collectors were descending upon our house.
Wow.
He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. He sat there staring at them. He was in pain. I'm happy he has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him. But making ends meet has to come first. I tried talking to him about it so many times, but he never listened. On the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum. I said, if he refused to sell his collectibles and pay off his debt, I would divorce him and take the children with me.
Whoa!
Wow, bruh. Like his addiction to his hobby is really starting to get to him in terms of his marriage, bruh. Basically the wife right here said that he threatened to divorce her own husband and take the children with her if he doesn't pay off the debt.
And that led to an argument.
Actually, it didn't. Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow. On most things, he leaves the decision-making to me. You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with divorce if the thought hadn't pushed my family to the brink. After I said those words, he froze. He was silent for a long time. When family spoke, he awkwardly mumbled that he had picked out a few items to sell. His voice was so meek and tearful that I felt an urge to take everything back. The thing was, if I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family?
Yeah, bro. And you would have been in massive trouble. Not paying off the debt. And probably would have got addicted. Probably. So yeah. And then what? Y'all would have been homeless. So did the right thing.
Had I not invoked his bad habit, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a predicament. And I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses, or if he was simply angry with me. The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire, and both he and the buyer had gone missing.
I see. And if Common Enemy came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nugget, during the sale, a fire broke out at the warehouse, and both men disappeared.
At first, I assumed they must have gone into an argument over the price. But my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even paddles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard to imagine him getting into a serious argument.
Maybe he was stealing the purchase from the desk?
That's a possibility, Paimon.
He just disappeared after the warehouse burned down. Perhaps he's too afraid to come home now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire, and he's got no way to pay off that debt.
So basically, y'all are screwed currently. So yeah.
Even though I'm still a little mad, we're a family, and I want us to face our family's crisis together. As long as he's willing to turn over a new leaf, I know we can work things out.
Please don't get upset. There could be more to this situation than meets the eye. If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life, it is quite unusual for this habit to change so drastically as those two appear. But the information we gathered from the other side suggests Ananomazuya is also a mild-mannered man who would not be likely to start an argument.
Yeah.
The situation is getting a little confusing.
A little confusing? More like completely mystifying.
So let's try a change of scenery and see if we can piece together what we've learned. Rest assured, we'll notify you if we find something.
Thank you so much. I just want him to come home.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance. The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded. But its exact role is a mystery.
Alright.
We haven't found.
Well, I was thinking that maybe someone accidentally knocked over an oil lamp, and...
Oh.
Nope, never mind. Someone's been used to rest for a while. Over here.
They must have an argument during the sale.
That is the most likely conclusion based on everything we know. What started as a disagreement over the price escalated and ultimately turned into a tragedy. However, in this case, only one of the parties would have started the fire. That would make the other party innocent, and they would have no reason to hide themselves from the public. If this is indeed what happened, and the innocent man hasn't come forward yet, that would suggest they may have already lost their life. One fact that I keep coming back to is that Ananomazuya is polite and well-mannered, while Mr. Nagato is introverted and passive. Neither seems like the type of person who is inclined towards initiating conflict. Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the potential motive to disappear after the fire.
Wow.
The more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. What could have happened?
The possibility doesn't seem connected to the case. It's passive.
Although the time frame seems to broadly, no other details that we've learned seem to link the two events together.
Right.
Ananomazuya seems to piece of the attack. Namely, that he is principally a practitioner of the blade testing techniques of Ananoma, not those of the combat-oriented Ichi. Once landing Mrs. Nagato, we'll be able to get them closer.
Okay. But where should we go now?
Let's head out of the city and check out the warehouse. There's still a chance we may be able to find some shreds of evidence.
Hi. Oh, it's Candace. Oh, because it's her birthday. Okay. And we just did the fucking story revolving her. So yeah. Okay, these two can't be deleted. Okay. Check out the warehouse.
Wait. There's something on it.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds that only you can hear.
Oh, wow.
I bet you that what you see. We got quite a good grip when they were pushing down that frequency that they were turning, so...
Yeah. You did, but I knew we could count on you.
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in addition to the scent. Right around here somewhere.
There's nothing here.
It's
Yeah.
gone, but I can still sense the direction it's left me. It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. The remnants of the Tatarigami.
Origami.
Indeed. But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy may prove to be a benefit to our investigation.
Alright.
We should remain vigilant. Approach slowly.
There's some underground warehouse.
Wow.
The force is definitely coming from down below. The source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place. But the residue it left behind still hasn't dissipated completely. Judging from the concentration, I would have to conclude that the Tatarigami source was added here for a very long time.
Mrs. Madison said he wasn't used to hang around the warehouse by himself a lot.
It could well be that he was already under the influence of the Tatarigami energy at that time.
Surely someone would have noticed.
From what I've been told, the Tatarigami does not turn all upon him in series into violent monsters. But most will develop a stubbornness upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Then becomes fanatical obsession. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collections to begin with. The influence of Tatarigami could explain why he became an obsessive hoarder, amassing more and more possessions, even as he put himself in great debt.
So what should we do now? Go down and take a look?
Step back. I'll open the door and take a look inside.
Okay,
If we
good.
don't open this door, we can move no closer to the truth. You needn't worry. Both of us have faced far greater dangers than this. Relatively speaking, the risk here is trivial.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see anything. It looks like the fire caused a takeover, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
Yeah, and it's just a scare.
Scary. Finally, I'm sure that the man working there was about to get down at us.
Boogeyman isn't fucking real, Pylon.
All we can do now is keep searching in the direction that the Tatarigami energy source left for the place. Two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. I fear much misfortune is already befallen them.
Hurry.
Yes, let's go. If nothing else, it's vital that we find out where this Tatarigami energy is coming from. quiet your mind and focus on what you sense around you. Perhaps you see your perceived promise present.
Look, please. Come back. Don't worry. Shit. Starts taking a little long. Yeah, guys, yeah.
From this point, the trail appears to split into two. The main trail that the Qatari Damianity continued on into the distance, but a small portion remains here, and seems to be difficult in exploring.
Two parts of what that corresponds to.
Quite possibly. Let's look here. Something seems to be drawing your attention. Let's take a closer look.
See what? these damn hoods, so they're so easy to beat, bro. So, yeah. Reinforcements, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna defeat his ass. Okay. That's more like it. It's what?
Look at this red stuff. What is it?
Blood.
By the looks of it, a letter written on a piece of torn clothing.
Oh.
The ink is bone dry. It must have been written quite some time ago. Well, let's take a look.
I am not the Pope. I was wounded by Amanoma Yuya. She took most of the precious. He took my most precious blade. I chased him, but not catch him. They don't hear the rest of it on account of my exhaustion. I thought that might go right here. Until I kept on bleeding, but it seems that some strange power has tamed me. Why the hell would he steal that blade? I was going to sell that shit to him. He even burned my warehouse down. It hurts. For some reason I can't fall unconscious. So all I can do is distract. The pain is right. What happened to Chico? Luigi and Yuji. I'm sorry, but yeah, I really am. Only now do I realize that how stuck in my ways I was, how blind my obsession, how blind my obsession. I must have encouraged. Despite all the strange and bizarre things, they won me not one iota of happiness or warmth. Put all of this together, and it still wouldn't have been worth a single word from her mouth. Thank you. Start writing down to Chico.
According to this letter, a conflict arose because Anna Medea wanted to see the blade belonging to Mr. Nugget. Medea started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nugget in the fight. Mr. Nugget kept pace as long as he could, eventually stopping his feet. The righteous brother just came out. He was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Kakarigami. Add to that the fact that Adora seems to have attracted a horde of monsters. I'm afraid he may no longer be with us.
Wow.
Whatever places there may have been at his place beyond after this time, they've since been disturbed by the Hilly Trail. There's nothing more for us to find here.
That actually came up to do a thorough search later.
Yes. Right now, we need to uncover some more important clues. This Anonoma Yuya is attacking other people indiscriminately. And the longer we take to find him, the more people risk meeting the killing trap again.
How did it come to this?
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, fell prey to the influence of the Kakarigami. For a practitioner of the martial arts, the easiest desire to inflame would be to see the further power of skill. All the clues that at first seemed risky disconnected. It seems that now we know the thread that runs between them. I have a hypothesis that this is correct. Not only explains the series of events leading to the two men's disappearance, but also zeroes in on the attacker's identity.
Oh, you think it was us? So these two pieces are connected after all?
Oh,
I believe so. But this is something of an outlandish excuse. I will only be able to confirm my suspicions once we've met in person. On with the search. We must stay vigilant. At any point now, we may find ourselves in danger.
doing for clues. Because of, for those others, but
These have stayed here for a long time.
Why here? Is there anything special about this place?
I'm not sure. But on closer examination, I sense that the aura may have lingered here at several different points in time. Show yourself. No use hiding anymore.
oh, it's him.
I, the horror partner.
So it is the same guy from before. What's this problem, huh? What could you possibly have a big problem?
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. If it is Amanoma Yuga that stands before us. But what if instead of facing Amanoma Yuga, we are in fact facing the blade between his hands?
That blade.
Now that you mention it, it is giving off a strange light. Oh, whoa. There you go, baby. Are you serious?
The Karigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects, then works to subtly affect any living organisms in its vicinity. The blade has resided in Mr. Nagasa's warehouse for many years, affecting his state of mind, and more recently using the scale as a means to affect, or rather as a means to occupy, Amanuma Yuga's body.
Wow. I did not see that one coming.
You're sharper than I thought. You've already deduced the truth of the matter. Many, many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the DC division. I was the driving force. In me, they all with hope and dreams. And the descendants behind a horror clan, you should be able to guess how great this was.
I presume it has something to do with the rising Goku.
Well,
Indeed, at that point in time, he failed to live up to the rising children of the In the end, all he could do was to flee the nation by sea on a ship bound for Sentinaya. He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not accomplish. All he needed was more time and a little faith.
oh wow.
Sure enough, yes. He achieved what he had set out to do. All of his life's work, his wisdom, his skill, it culminated in his creation of me.
Oh damn.
He not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but also endowed me with a consciousness of my own. Because in truth, the rising Shogun was not only the single most perfect blade in the entire world, but also an irreplaceable achievement in the art of blade forging.
Sword? What is that? Casket? Oh, it's broken?
The beast people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere blade, a sharpened or practiced one, but in all other respects an ordinary weapon. But that gave me the opportunity to take action. After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. Moving from one person to the next, I controlled the minds of countless hosts along the way, each bringing me one step closer to my ancestral home. I seek but one thing, to face the full force of the riding Shogun's blade and prove my power, the might of 18 art.
So Amenemhage is not your first victim. Tell me, what happens to those you possess when you finish using them?
Oh, who cares what happens to them? They are but tools to serve my mission.
I saw.
With that tired or unsafe or unusable, I hop to the next one in line. All I need them for is to use that to Inazuma. After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagase's warehouse. For Amenemhage handed himself over to me on a silver platter. At long last, I approached my death destiny. By Amenemhage's body, I have found it. By your hand, I shall defeat the riding Shogun.
Really not, bro.
Kaede Harakazura, you stood against the riding Shogun Musou no Itachi. There can be no other to serve as my host for what is to come. Now, give your body over to me!
Fuck off. Where is he? Got him.
Or I will strike you down too!
You're black fooling nobody. You can't.
Yeah, you lost, bro.
Lost. I can never lose. It is his body that enters. It is nothing more. Even if you defeat me here, the one who falls will not be me, but this man. He is but a puppet that can be replaced. I can take a new restless will.
Then we will smash you with pieces.
And whistle the same. I will end this wretched life before you can lift a finger. Even if I were to use my physical form, it is but a small setback. My consciousness shall endure. By any means necessary, and any medium available, I shall return and fulfill my destiny!
Your fighting style. It is indeed the forms of each art, but from your movement, I sense only hatred and arrogance. Like there was a thinly veiled mania and despair.
Yeah.
Ooh, you can tell out that definite move?
As I've mentioned before, the forms of each art convey the user's thought and feeling. Since the blade is currently possessing Amenemhage's body, its movement express the innermost thought of the blade. If you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate, single-minded ambition. You believe I am your only hope.
I claim that I am helpless without you. On his deathbed, he passed me all of these art secrets. The little that you know barely scratches the surface. In that regard, why would I ever need your help?
Because all of that is in the past. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed the first blade that can possess its owner.
Well,
now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. You weren't biding your time. You were trapped.
Yeah, you was tough, old boy. Yeah.
After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak. To the point that you are now unable to acquire a new host without making physical contact.
Oh, that's right. I remember now. Mr. Nagata had a habit of never touching his collectibles.
Only when Mr. Nagata witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did he finally have an opportunity to reach out to Amino Medusa and make his escape.
What a...
Well, that brings me to my second point. There's a despair in you that is so strong it threatens to overwhelm you. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. But the ambition is too grand and too heavy for you to bear. Each step you have taken has come at a great cost.
Yeah.
You realize your limitations long ago. The more you clench your teeth and press forward, the greater your fear of losing everything you have achieved grew, and the more you wish to run from the truth. The way I see it, what began as an ambition has long since become a believing strength.
No, not any of this. I'm just one step away from achieving my goal.
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of each art. But to make this arduous journey, you committed countless atrocities and showed a blatant disregard for human life, even if you were to set it at the life. Is it true you have come to your maker with the die? Sure, you inherited the secrets of each art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, you treated the ones who wielded you as mere tools to be your hero. How could you possibly unleash the full potential of each art when you act in perfect discordance with the principle of harmony between the blade and its bearer?
Silence, you blabbering fool. I must achieve my goal. This was his life's dream, and the very purpose for which I was brought into being. I will concede that you are most perceptive. You see my predicament clearly. But you also underestimate my resolve.
And you should face reality.
Bro.
Easy for you to say. Facing reality offers me nothing. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hate, not self-reflection, and certainly not your so-called reality. Pointing God further, this way of the Holoclan, if you wish to save humanity, then offer you your body in exchange.
Don't do it, bro.
How stubbornly you stick to your weightless path.
Bro.
I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So let us think about it, and I will put your strength to the test.
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross blades. The taste of my power will more than convince you. Once we have dealt with them, we shall proceed to Tensukatsu.
Right.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release Amino Medusa from your control.
It's a risky
This
strategy.
is the only way to save Amino Medusa. If you don't use it, he'll forever be the blade's puppet.
Bro.
The cursed blade's strength is currently very weak. I think he's hesitating. It suggests his heart is still not completely devoid of honor. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing effects. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Ananama Yuya so closely. Since I don't have any similar kinds of obsessions, I should be able to put up some resistance for a while.
Alright.
Even if things take a turn for the worse, I still have people to resist.
Yeah.
I have a chance to have taken innocent risks. I'm willing to accept the risks and pain.
My aunt understands what is betrayed and woken this time. I agree with them because there are things I wish to learn too. Now, take me in my hand. I'm okay.
Alright. Hope I
I
think
felt a
so.
bit dizzy first, but only for a moment. It's all right. So far, this was all that I expected.
If something feels off, let me know immediately.
And yes, thank you. It's fine for me. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced many real fights. If a blade built for each art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot unleash its true power. If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it. He shouldn't last long in an intense combat situation.
Alright.
Wait a minute. Maybe another dream about something from the adventure show.
Yeah.
It's not just the consequence of abandoned that secret base. It's been hurt by waiting ever since.
Say that typical.
Fine. All right. Please lead the way.
And what about Ananama Yuya? Why should we do this?
The blade says, to let Ananama Yuya trail us silent. Although he hasn't regained his own consciousness yet, he's not in any immediate danger.
Alright.
Yeah, this is a good idea. It's a big special journey. Okay, fine. Careful.
Alright. Okay, so we're about to do this next episode, bro. We'll get you see this next episode, yeah, guys. So see you guys next time. My Asian team.